How's it going, guys and goddesses? This is the Akara back at you. Yeah, so while all these Negroes are running around here worrying about some fucking food stamps, Akara has a good announcement, a great announcement as a matter of fact. I don't need the fucking diodes. I don't need fucking diodes. I don't have to use crystals. I can rectify AC current to DC current. So we're gonna break that down. All right, as it tells you right here on diodes, these are diodes. Okay, diodes are typically made of semiconductor materials, most commonly silicon, which is doped to create a PN junction. Other materials like germanium, gallium, arsenide or gallium nitride can also be used depending on, what it says, depending on the application. Some specialized or older diodes may use other materials. Hold on here. Yeah, see, what I thought I had to do at first was get some silicon, get some sand, heat it up at high temperatures and produce silicon or figure out how to get access to quartz crystals. But fortunately, we don't have to go through all that. We don't have to go through the process of how to manufacture a diode. All you need is technically a capacitor, pretty much. And we can convert AC current to DC current. Right here in this video right here, the guy takes 8,000 volts AC current and he converts it to DC current, but it's pulse DC. The output pulse DC, you can smooth it out and create pure DC current. And we're gonna break that down. Here we go. Okay, so right here he has two metal plates in parallel with some plastic in between the plates. And he's going to take AC current and convert it to DC.
What we do is put 8,000 volts on this plate here. You see those sparks there? Okay. What we're going to do, we have a thing worked up with the earth ground only present on it. And the green wire is the earth ground. And what you should be seeing the sparks on the other side. Are you looking at it? Good. See how loud those are and how warm they are? I'm
the nodes seem to play in the middle. There's no electrical connection. So the energy must be coming.
See, there's no electrical connection because they got a piece of plastic in between those two metal plates. So he's taking AC current on one side of the plate, shooting AC current onto one side of the plate, and on the other side of the plate, the output's pulse DC. Okay? So I don't need the fucking diode. Hold on.
From the ambient background.
So there's no connection there between the energy on one side and the other side. So the second side has to be your ambient energy background, which is present everywhere at all times.
Are you putting alternating current 8,000 volts?
This case is alternating current, but it turns into pulsating DC on the other side.
He just told you it's alternating current on one side and it becomes pulsating DC. It's the output on the other side. So he hooked one of the wires up to ground and then put it on the other side, and through induction it went from AC to DC. So we don't have to do the fucking silicon. I don't have to fucking do quartz crystals to convert AC current to DC current. All I need is some plastic, some copper, and so you got plastic, got copper plates, and it will output pulse DC. So I just need plastic, copper, and capacitors. Okay? And we can convert that AC to DC using induction, which means I don't need the goddamn diode. So guess what? It's on, motherfucker. It's on. So yeah, I'm going to have this technology developed sooner than what I expected. I thought I was going to have to get those 100,000 kV diodes. Hold on. See right here, instead of spending all this money, let me see, they want $90, they want 90 euros, which comes to be a little bit over $100 per diode. Instead of spending all these money on this diodes, all I need is some plastic, some copper. That's it. And I can convert AC current into DC. So, and I also don't need transistors, and I don't need MOSFETs to produce AC current. I can use a double coil system and a capacitor. So guess what? We don't need no semiconductors to produce all the electricity we want to produce. So this is the most fantastic news, because I was wondering how I was going to jump these hurdles, but guess what? I just jumped them. So it took me a minute. I mean, this information was right in front of my damn face. I couldn't figure out, now I'm kicking myself because it was right there in front of my face the whole time. But the beauty is I can generate all the voltage I want. I can produce all the DC current I want. Now see, all I gotta do is make these plates self-healing. So I gotta get the dielectric materials to self-heal, as it tells you right here. Cornell Dubier. Right here it says Cornell Dubier manufactures self-healing capacitors, which are designed to automatically repair themselves after a minor dielectric breakdown, extending their lifespan. Okay, these capacitors use metallized film technology, such as the polyester film in the DME series and polypropylene film in the what is that? W, or is that M? Yeah, MXH and MYH and 940 series. So all I gotta do is get this polyester film and propylene film, put in between two metal plates, and I got a self-healing, what do you call a rectifier, bridge rectifier. I got a self-healing bridge rectifier where I can pump thousands of volts of AC and convert over to DC. And it'll be self-healing, which means it will last damn near a lifetime. So we in the building, people. We are in the building. And see the beautiful thing is I can take this DC current, convert it over to AC current using a double coil system and a pulsating capacitor that's self-healing. So that way this thing will last a lifetime. So this is like the best news ever, man. I mean, I could bypass their bullshit. I could bypass the system. So, we're gonna need to learn how to make resistors, which is not very hard to do. Capacitors, not very hard to do. Let me see. That's pretty much it, man. Resistors and capacitors, man. You can pretty much do all this, man. I'm trying to see what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to avoid the transistor, the MOSFETs and transistors, which use quartz crystal. So if I can bypass that, man, we in the building, man. So this is like the best news ever. Now I can generate all the DC current using crystal cell batteries. But the thing is, you got to convert that DC to AC. Now, I'm going to have to run some tests using a double coil system, grounded to earth, connected with a capacitor in parallel. And I'm going to have to see if it actually produces a sine wave. Okay? So if I can get a sine wave, which is basically AC current, then I can effectively convert AC current. I'm sorry, I can effectively convert DC to AC. I can invert it. But right here, you got this cold pitch oscillator. You got this 60 hertz sine wave oscillator. Let me see. You got all these different oscillators here. Now, see, the problem is with these oscillators. Oh, yeah, you got the Hartley oscillator and the Yasaki oscillator. Now, see, the problem is these oscillators need a transistor, or it needs a timing chip with a well, I can use a timing chip, but the problem is I have to go through companies that can actually manufacture those timing chips, or that can actually manufacture a transistor or MOSFET, which is using silicon, which is using technically a diode, which is made of quartz crystal and silicon. So if I can bypass that just using inductor coils with a capacitor, and if I can produce a perfect sine wave with that, then I can bypass the transistor, I can bypass MOSFETs, I can bypass timing chips, which is what I want to do. So that way, these fucking corporations don't have me over a barrel, having to have to rely on their asses. Because if they stop making shit, come up with some kind of fucking excuse to not want to make the shit for whatever the hell reason, I can bypass them and convert DC to AC just using capacitors and coils. Coils I can make pretty much with wire, and I can also make the capacitor with just a dielectric and two inductors, which is basically two metal plates. So if I can bypass them, okay, we are absolutely in business, man. And that's it, man. We're gonna continue. All right, guys and goddesses, to make this thing pretty much clear, once we have access to free energy, we can go ahead and build this crypto mining operation. I need as many brothers and sisters as possible. Okay, once I get everything set up, I'll be able to supply free electricity and your first crypto miner. But the money you make, you got to invest it back into buying more crypto miners, and you want to have a whole network of crypto miners. You want at least 100 of them to 1,000 of them. And then you take that money, we're going to take 20% of that money, put it into a nonprofit, and we're going to buy up land, and we're going to pay off mortgages. We're going to cut these bankers off by the legs. So when we pay off these mortgages, that's going to make people debt free, and these banks won't be able to charge interest. Next move is to get political candidates in local elections, and we're going to move up to the state, and then we're going to move up to federal, and we're going to start changing these goddamn laws. The two laws we're going to target is eminent domain and property tax. They won't get rid of that goddamn property tax. So that way, private interests can't come in and just take control of your home, seize your property after you done pay for it. Because if you miss a property tax payment, they can come in and foreclose on your house, which is bullshit, after you done pay for it. So we got to set up laws, get rid of those two things, and we got to start setting up an organization, getting our people in public office, and we need to start pulling the strings for ourselves and quit relying on others to pull the string for you. Okay, we're going to go in, we're going to provide free food. So we're going to drive these prices down. And here's a message to all you motherfuckers in black communities. If you're not employing black men, black people, okay, you will no longer be able to do business in our community. You can come in and integrate with us, but you're going to do things our way. And if you can't do that, then you got to go. You no longer can different groups of people come in our neighborhoods, set up shop, make money off of our community, but now supply some goddamn jobs. If you're not supplying jobs, you can't do business in our community. So we're going to get this up and operational. We're going to get this started. If you ain't hiring black men, you ain't hiring black women, they can't do business in our community, man. And we're going to start with our own neighborhoods. We're going to pay off these mortgages. want to provide free food for the community. And if you businesses go out of business, hey, we'll pay for the store. If you want to integrate in our organization and provide food and services to the public for free, so we can get rid of these global elites, get them out of business, man. They are not fit to rule. Got it? So that said, this is the Akara. God bless all you guys and goddesses. Peace.